Hi pen people, I am not Brian. And this is not going to be your typical video about fountain pens. I'm Brian's wife Avery, and he's been kind enough to let me borrow his YouTube channel to share this video for the Project for Awesome fundraiser. If you haven't heard of the Project for Awesome, please go look it up at projectforawesome.com. You'll see a lot of videos like mine about charities that people love, and we want your vote so that we can get a donation through the Project for Awesome for our charity. And I would love for you to vote for the Wylder Nation Foundation, please. So please stick around and listen to what I've got to say. Brian will be here in spirit because he's editing my video. So thank you, sweetheart. I love you. I want to tell you the story of this boy, Damian Markham. Super cute, right? So Damian has always been a chronic vomiter, and his mom and dad were told it was just acid reflux and that he would eventually grow out of it. He was also a bit behind with his development, but he was learning how to wave, how to say daddy, how to roll over, all of these adorable things that are so exciting for parents to watch. Then when he was about a year old, his doctor had him do a routine blood draw, but Damian's results returned and showed that he had elevated liver enzymes, which triggered a whole battery of other tests and eventually a genetic test that confirmed a diagnosis for Neimann-Pick Type A, also known as ASMD, or just a second, Acid Sphingomyelinase Deficiency. So I'm not going to be saying that a lot in this video. Our bodies make this fatty substance, and ASM is an enzyme that breaks that fatty substance down so that it doesn't build up in the body. So when kids like Damian are deficient in that enzyme, that fatty substance starts to affect organs. Like in Damian, it has caused his liver and his spleen to be enlarged. And in adults, that might be where the effects of ASMD end, is my understanding. But with kids with Neimann-Pick Type A, the fatty substance is also building up in their brains, and it's causing neurodegeneration and the loss of muscle tone. So some people tend to call this disease baby Alzheimer's because the children start to lose their ability to do a lot of things. They lose their ability to wave, to speak, to roll over, to stand. So kids like Damian start out very normal, and then their parents watch them regress and lose all of these abilities that are so charming and so fun to see. So when Damian received this diagnosis, his parents were told that there was no treatment and that Damian was just going to get weaker and weaker and eventually die. They were just told to go home and to make good memories together. That's devastating. One of the things that I love about being a mother is having a front row seat to watching my children develop. Like watching your child stare at their own tiny fist for the first time because they're finally starting to figure out that there are parts of them that are moving and doing things. Just watching them just stare at their hands as they realize that's mine and I can control it. That is something that is so cool and that I love. So to receive a diagnosis saying that not only would those developments stop, but that I would watch my children lose them, it's difficult to imagine how hard that must be for parents. After the diagnosis, Damian's mom, Brittany, went home and she started looking online, and she quickly ran into the Wylder Nation Foundation, which is the charity that I am pulling for today, and I hope that you'll help me with. So there are really 3 treatments that kids like Damian need. So I've seen them called Brain 1.0, Brain 2.0, and an enzyme replacement therapy, or ERT. The Wylder Nation Foundation helped to develop Brain 1.0, and they are currently producing a second treatment that will ultimately save Damian's life. And I need your help so that we can expedite the process of that research. If you're interested in following more of Damiens' story, go ahead. I'm going to put some links down in the, what is that called? What is that called? Like, the doobly-doo. I'm trying not to steal John's vocabulary, but that's like the only thing that I can think to call it is the doobly-doo. So there will be links in the doobly-doo. Oh, this feels like scattered. I hope I haven't messed this up for Brian. So for kids like Damian, they are at risk of the treatment being ready right after they succumb to this. We have to put money and funding behind this research so that it can go faster and hopefully get treatments to these boys and girls who deserve to live. I am hoping that we can make a difference for them, and I know that it will mean so much to their parents and to them. I have a lot of respect for Damien's mom, Brittany. She's a self-proclaimed introvert who has really put herself out there, and people like me have just run into her for one reason or another and have been following along and caring about this little boy that we've never met. And I think that's one of the beauties of the internet, is that we can find each other and care about each other's struggles, but sometimes all you can do is empathize, and this time there's something we can actually do. And so I hope that you'll help me. I hope that you'll vote for me. I hope that you'll donate to the Project for Awesome live stream. And if you're running into this video after the Project for Awesome, please go to the Wylder Nation Foundation and donate. You go to savedamian.com, and Brittany Markham has a ton of different ways that you can donate to this cause and help us to save kids with this disease. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for fumbling through this video with me. I appreciate your time. I'm so grateful that people are willing to listen. I'm going to put a ton of links down in the doobly-doo so that you can find more information and share this on social media and just help me raise awareness so that we can eliminate the devastating diagnosis of Neimann-Pick. Please help me to raise awareness for this disease so that we can ultimately find a cure for it. Hi Brian, I love you. Thank you so much for editing my junky video.